Alright, good day once again. Welcome to part 8 of our first series. And now we are going to be talking about mitochondria as a cell structure and also explore its function. On the board here is a diagram that represents the mitochondria. First thing I want you to know is that, we have this common idea already that the mitochondria serves as the powerhouse of the cell, right? It's the powerhouse of the cell because it is that the aspect part of the cell that generates energy and all those stuff. Now, first thing we should appreciate from the diagram here is that the mitochondria has a double membrane. So it is a double membrane bound organelle. You can see there, double membrane bound organelle. So when they say the double membrane bound organelle, you can see that here it has an outer membrane. Right there now, so it has the outer membrane, and right inside here you can see the second membrane. So first membrane, you can see it outside here, the outer membrane, and inside here you can see this second one here, the one that's curved, that has this infolding, outfolding, evignation. Right there, that one is called the inner membrane. The inner membrane. So good. This outer membrane is also called the smooth membrane of the mitochondria. The smooth membrane. Are you there now? The smooth membrane of the mitochondria. While the inner membrane is what you call a cristae. Remember that it is a fold. The cristae is also a membrane that has infoldings. Are you getting now? Just like we had cisternae of the what? Of the both the endoplasmic reticulums and the what? And the Golgi apparatus. So here is not called cisternae, it's called cristae. So the inner membrane of the mitochondria is made up of cristae. All right, good. Now around this cristae, you can see some within the cristae, bounded within the cristae, you can see some green dotted structures, right? Those dotted structures are called electron transport chains. Yeah, they are very useful in the process of energy generation and recycling of energy in pigmentation processes, which we explore in later lectures. Just that the electron transport chains are usually embedded within the inner membrane of the mitochondria. And inside here is the matrix of the mitochondria, which within the matrix of the mitochondria you have your mitochondrial DNA. Your mitochondria DNA. Mitochondria DNA. So that tells you that the mitochondria has its own personal DNA. I get in a way it produces mitochondrial proteins and all. Good. Having known the structural composition of the mitochondria, are you there now? The next thing you want to know is what are the functions of the mitochondria? Because JAMB will be presenting you options, and those options might not be options you are conversant with. But here in the Renova Science, we explore the information, we explore all the details so that you don't get lost with the questions you might be presented with. Now look at something. It's not enough for you to just know that the function of the mitochondria is for ATP generation. Or you can say ATP synthesis, right? I know you know what this ATP means here. ATP here stands for what? It stands for energy. So we're saying that the mitochondria helps us in generating energy. Okay, fine. The question we want to ask ourselves is this the only function of the mitochondria? Are you getting me now? This cannot be the only function of the mitochondria, because the question can come out and they ask you which of the following is not true of the mitochondria. It's not true of the mitochondria means that they're going to put 4 things true about the mitochondria. So it's not enough for you to just know only one thing that is true about the mitochondria, which is ATP generation. You see that now? So good. What are the other things you need to know about the mitochondria? Now, the mitochondria also aid in carrying out metabolic processes. You need to know that. It helps in carrying out certain metabolic processes. Are you there now? And what are these metabolic processes peculiar to it, or biological processes? One of them is something you are conversant with, which is the Krebs cycle. The Krebs cycle. We'll discuss that in cellular respiration. So aside from the Krebs cycle, another one again you have is the process of ketogenesis. It happens within the mitochondria. Ketogenesis is an important process for the formation of ketone compounds within the mitochondria. You also have a process called gluconeogenesis. You see, in gluconeogenesis, you are forming new glucose molecules from what? From fatty acids. So you're forming them from fatty acids. I get it now, you're forming them from amino acids as well. You get that now? So you're forming those components from fatty acids, from amino acids. Then also, you also have another process there, which we call the urea cycle. The urea cycle. You see that now? So all these processes usually take place within the mitochondria. You can see that the mitochondria is a very, very important structure, allowing all these numerous metabolic processes which are very useful idea now, while also doing its ATP synthesis function. So that's for that. For the mitochondria, it's very simple, it's very, very direct. All you need to remember is you have two membrane. One is outer membrane, the other one is the what? Inner membrane, called the cristae. And again, this outer membrane, they have very high permeability. Yes, this is a question they can ask you in JAMB OBJ. You understand? Outer membrane, this outer membrane, the smooth membrane, have high permeability. That means they can allow a wide range of materials to move in and out of the cell, as the mitochondria itself, of the mitochondrial organelle. They can allow materials, numerous amount of material, move into the mitochondria or out of the mitochondria. Then you also have what? For the inner membrane, those ones have lower permeability. They have low permeability. So all these ones here they restrict movement of materials in and out. It's not as permeable as the outer membrane. So good. We talked about ATP synthesis as one of the functions. We also explored the fact that they allow metabolic processes to be carried out, and we mentioned the number of those metabolic processes. So very well then, we're done with the mitochondria. Do well to click on the subscribe button and also on your notification bell, so that when we drop content like this, you will get notified. And also drop your question in the comment section if you do have any. Thank you.